fucking political. That was murder. An ICU nurse who worked at the VA, who was legally carrying a firearm that was fucking holstered while he was filming, who is now being painted as a domestic terrorist because he took a gun to a protest. But all these 2A motherfuckers a couple years back were screaming Kyle Rittenhouse's name from the goddamn rooftops. Oh, well, that was different. Yeah, you're right. He had a fucking rifle strapped to his chest. The man who was shot and murdered by ICE was concealed carrying a firearm that he was legally allowed to fucking have. I am now seeing reports that it's even possible that they disarmed him by taking his weapon out of his holster that was at his 6 o'clock, and then they mag dumped the fucking guy. So if you are legally carrying a firearm and they take that off of your person and then utilize that as a justification to put rounds in your fucking back while you were laying face down on the pavement, then it was never about following the law. The Second Amendment doesn't matter anymore, and you're fucked. So where's all the don't tread on me, two-way, gun-toting, boot-licking fucktards? Or is it just when it's not on your fucking side? So I'm done playing the middle ground. I'm done making first aid videos that just might help, that can be seen by both sides. So fuck it. Fuck Trump. Fuck ICE. We are not mad enough.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chum, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Yeah. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Every day.
My son wears
Tight shirts. To the gym or wherever.
tight shirts.
Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, Michael Sean and We the Worst Records, Pluto, Aristotle, and P. Skills have just destroyed or created another perfectly horrible song. There you Check out the next single, Grown Man Wearing Skinny Jeans.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap.
All right, y'all. This is going to be a short show. Oh, boy. Good. One hell of a night, one hell of a morning. You see what's going on in America. I'm discombobulated right now. I'm going to be on here fast. In my life, the tragedy is the terrorists are at work terrorizing. You cannot protect somebody or come to the aid of a woman without getting killed. And these liars are lying directly to our face. And just to show you how much they have their damn stories down pat, just give you a, let me see. I guess this is the ICE chief or whatever. And I'm gonna play this clip right here.
From every angle, sir, that he was approached by them when he was helping another individual who was pushed down. What evidence do you have that he was assaulting any law enforcement?
Dana, we don't need a suspect's help in an active law enforcement scene.
When you say suspect, what is he suspected of?
That's an active law enforcement scene. He knew that was an active law enforcement scene, especially when the officers approached him, and it's very evident he did not need to be where he was.
When somebody is pushed down and a person's instinct is to help that person, when somebody's pushed down by law enforcement, you're saying that you just stand back and let law enforcement do what they're doing?
You know, Dana, every situation is different. What our officers are faced with here in Minneapolis are chaotic, very difficult and violent situations in which individuals, and this suspect is not the only one to bring a loaded weapon to a riot. The situations are chaotic and ever changing. Follow directions for law enforcement. Don't inject yourself knowingly beforehand into a law enforcement situation.
With respect, it feels as though in some ways you're blaming the victim here.
The victims are the Border Patrol agents. I'm not blaming the Border Patrol agents. The victim are the Border Patrol agents.
Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me play that for you one more time. Give me 1 second.
From every angle, sir, that he was approached by them when he was helping another individual who was pushed down. What evidence do you have that he was assaulting any law enforcement?
Dana, we don't need a suspect's help in an active law enforcement scene.
When you say suspect, what is he suspected of?
That's an active law enforcement scene. He knew that was an active law enforcement scene, especially.
Oh, sorry about that, y'all. I apologize. I thought the clip was gonna keep playing. I had to dip out real quick. Wait a second. Am I back? Yes. I'm sorry about that. Let me play it one more time. There's a lot going on back here, y'all. Just give me a minute. There's a lot going on back here. I'm gonna play the chief one more time, then I'm gonna show you how coordinated their lies are. I apologize.
From every angle, sir, that he was approached by them when he was helping another individual who was pushed down. What evidence do you have that he was assaulting any law enforcement?
Dana, we don't need a suspect's help in an active law enforcement scene.
When you say suspect, what is he suspected of?
That's an active law enforcement scene. He knew that was an active law enforcement scene, especially when the officers approached him, and it's very evident he did not need to be where he was.
When somebody is pushed down and a person's instinct is to help that person, when somebody's pushed down by law enforcement, you're saying that you just stand back and let law enforcement do what they're doing?
You know, Dana, every situation is different. What our officers are faced with here in Minneapolis are chaotic, very difficult and violent situations in which individuals, and this suspect is not the only one to bring a loaded weapon to a riot. The situations are chaotic and ever changing. Follow directions for law enforcement. Don't inject yourself knowingly beforehand into a law enforcement situation.
With respect, it feels as though in some ways you're blaming the victim here.
The victims are the Border Patrol agents. I'm not blaming the Border Patrol agents. The victim are the Border Patrol agents.
All right, so once again, I got a lot going on. There's a flood going on in the bottom of my house. A pipe busted. That's beside the point. So we're waiting. It's been flooding since last night around like 7:30. So forgive me. I'm a little distracted. That's minor compared to what went on. And an ICU nurse being killed for coming to the aid of a woman who was being pushed down by ICE. This man is a bold-faced liar, and he's a terrorist. And The ICE group is a terroristic group. And there is no two ways about it. There is no ands, ifs. They have now made this man to be a threat who he said he injected himself. No, he protected a woman who was being pushed to the ground. He was then pepper sprayed. They then jumped on him. They then took the gun from him. There's video. And then they shot him 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. He's dead. This is a terroristic group that is going around the country killing people now. Not antagonizing people, not just jailing people and sending them to their death. They're killing them themselves. They're killing them themselves in front of us. In front of us. Every time something happens, we say cross this line. They're killing American citizens in front of us on video. And they are then getting together and giving their lies and lying about what we're seeing. They're murdering people. That's all it is. The regime has sent their gang and they're murdering people. I don't have any fancy words. I don't have any. This is what they're doing. And they're coming to a city near you. I got people in the chat. They saw him on Broad Street. I told you I saw him out here. This is a Nazi regime that is going around killing people. And nobody's being arrested. Nothing's being done. People, listen, this is all I got. This is all I got. It's this microphone. The rest of you senators, the rest of you governors, the rest of you, what are you going to do? This is what we voted you in these places for. But y'all quick to send an Instagram post saying, we want to fight against this and that. Can you send me $10? Can you send me $5? Can you support and send me? I'm running for this Senate. Can you send me so I can fight? Bitch, they're killing people in the streets. People are dying and you're asking for money. Somebody have the damn balls to tell the American citizens that they have to go to the Capitol in massive numbers. They're telling you that this guy was literally a threat. He was not a threat. He was protecting people. And I'll give you one deeper. He was there in the beginning trying to make sure traffic wouldn't back up because they know the last time traffic backed up, another person got murdered. The game is over, y'all.
Believe your lying eyes. Don't believe your lying eyes.
They are so coordinated.
We might have a special guest at 8 o'clock, by the way. We might have a really special guest on this.
I got to go at 8 o'clock. I got a flood in the bottom of my fucking house that a pipe busted last night, and I'm waiting for the township.
The auntie, my sheriff about to pop on probably.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to
talk to flood.
I hear the water right now in the cross space. So I'm waiting for these people. They came last night to shut the water from the outside. That was frozen. So the one guy couldn't dig it up himself. So now we're waiting for more people to come. But that's beside the point. That's small potatoes. I get it. I'm stressed. I don't know what damage.
Like it. You look stressed.
I don't know what damage is done under the cross space. I don't know. God, I hope it's not much. I hope we can just get cleaned out. I saw the pipe. I couldn't do anything. I didn't have anything to fix the pipe. I turned it off. The guy even said you turned it off, but it's still going.
Ain't nobody expect you to. All you supposed to do is know how to turn the water off.
I'm in the wet cold last night, wet under a cross space. But that's neither here nor there.
Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Afro Queen. Good morning, Asha Boo. I saw
just
her
to show you how coordinated their lies are. This is the ICE chief, and this is Kristi Noem saying the same, reading from the same exact script. Watch them.
Patrol officers. An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic
handgun.
The officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently. Fearing for his life and for the lives of his fellow officers around him, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics were on the scene immediately and attempted to deliver medical aid to the subject, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 magazines with ammunition in them that held dozens of rounds. He also had no ID. This looks like a situation where an individual arrived at the scene to inflict maximum damage on individuals and to kill law enforcement. An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic
handgun.
Those are the lies that they're telling you. Coordinated lies. White people, welcome to the world of the white people that we've been telling you about. Welcome to the world.
Good morning, Mo.
Of every time we yelled out, they're lying. These are the people. These are the oppressors. These are the leaders of a regime who are literally doing ethnic cleansing. But the crazy part is, white people, you're included. If you don't fall in line, you die.
Official statements are always lies. It's just interesting. They want you to see something that we didn't see. We saw him just trying to protect the lady that they pushed. And then we saw him get pepper sprayed. We saw them take the gun. We saw them shoot him. But they said, no, he attacked them. He came there with a firearm with bad intentions. He had 2 clips and he bit the officer finger off. I said, well, if I'm getting jumped and beat up, I might bite too. Like, that's your first reaction when you're getting jumped.
People, welcome to what the fuck we told y'all when Rodney King happened. They show you the video, but people in this country let it fucking go because it wasn't any one of yours.
Good morning, Shelly.
It wasn't one of yours.
Sean. Kim from Harlem.
I've been yelling this from the mountaintop. They're not leaving until we become forceful. They're not going anywhere, people.
Vote for a clown, expect the circus.
All these clowns, all your senators and congressmen, they're all clowns on both parties. Stop thinking somebody is on your side. They are in this scam of a system together. Together, they continue this system going. So people got to coordinate together by themselves in Minneapolis. 10,000. But you know what? CNN ain't going to tell you that. Because they're all in on the rig. They're all in on this. They play like they're for you. They're not. But welcome. Because we've been yelling this for years that people in power, law enforcement can kill you and get away with it. This...
Lady Q.
Just in case you think somebody's on your side, this is Trump and this is Malcolm X speaking after Trump. This is a clip from the great Malcolm X after Trump.
Also signing our own bilateral agreements with the Congo and Rwanda that will unlock new opportunities for the United States to access critical minerals and provide economic benefits for everybody. And we'll be involved with sending some of our biggest and greatest companies over to the 2 countries. And we're going to take out some of the rare earth and take out some of the assets and pay, and everybody's going to make a lot of money.
I see. In other words, if a black man cannot have a white man as a friend.
He may have a white man who's friendly, but being friendly and being a friend, I think, are two different things. I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
I'd like to point out, though, that...
And I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
Ain't nobody on, and welcome. Nobody's on your side.
U.S. Border Patrol officers.
The liberals ain't on your sides. The Republicans ain't on your side. No, what they're going to do is get on social media and do exactly what we'll do. They're going to tell you how horrific it is. They're going to tell you how unjust it is. They're going to tell you, oh my God, this has to stop. What are you going to do? The people that were elected in office. I'm tired of you doing the same thing I'm doing. I didn't run to be a leader in this country. You're a bunch of fucking fakes, all of you.
Happy birthday, Deanna.
Happy birthday.
She snowed in on her birthday. Mike going through a lot. He's mad about the government. He's mad about the war. There's a lot to be mad about. I ain't even going front. Usually I'd be trying to get him riled up, but he got legit points. I don't appreciate telling me not to believe what I saw. That's the part that irritates me. It frustrates me when I hear them spin something that I know I saw. That wasn't how it happened. And then people going to run with it and say, yep, that's true. Then they forget all about Kyle Rittenhouse. But yeah, it's like, wait, didn't he do it? Y'all said that was okay. He was a hero.
Y'all brought him on a political campaign. Y'all gave him standing ovations. People are going to die more. Do you understand? They're getting away with it. And everybody keeps trying to use this fucking normal system. The system is corrupt. If you want people to gather, somebody say we have to get him out. We're going to look like a third world country that we call the third world country who had to remove their leader from power. That's the only way he's leaving. And this imaginary thing that you think he isn't doing this so they can be war in this country so they won't be a midterm election. People, it's simple. That's going to be his way out. He's already said it. He's already joked about it.
Law. Declare martial law so there's no elections.
He said it repeatedly. He has to be removed by force. And I know everybody's like, oh, you're bugging. That's what happens. When people start getting innocent, people start getting murdered on video and start getting lied to their face. And all you get is another damn congressman, Senate running for a senatorial position telling you, oh, I need your donations. What are you talking about? I don't have time to donate something. ICE is in my goddamn city.
Yeah. ICE is in the city. They everywhere.
They're an illegal terroristic group that is sitting there being funded. And you know how they got funded? They got funded by technically our taxpayer money. Don't get me started on you fucking idiots who voted this fuck in. Don't get me started on that because I just can't even fathom. I got clips of Kamala and Barack and multiple people breaking down exactly what's happening, saying he's going to use the military against you. He's going to use the military for the enemies within. That's what he said. And the enemies within, and I quote Barack Obama, are anybody who disagrees with him.
Thanks.
That's the enemy within.
So you don't want to rub it in any face, say we told you so? That's not where we at?
Not when people are dying. It's too late now. But if you did, and I know it, please understand we're never fucking cool. They've been spinning it for a long time. We've seen this playbook many times against black and brown people. It's the same old lying, violent, deadly game that they play. Blame the victim. Of course.
Domestic terrorism.
These are Proud Boys that are ICE members, okay? They're running around, and what they're going to do is eventually somebody is going to shoot first. And that's going to be, and people are going to be like, well, you don't want that because it's going to be Marshall. So tell the family of the ICU nurse that's already dead. Tell that family. Tell that family of the lady, Renee Good, who's dead. Tell that to the families of people who got their people who were citizens, who were here legally, who died in their custody. Tell that to the people whose kids are in containment right now in these fucking places right now in America, where people are videotaping in front and hearing the yells of them in the camp. This whole system has failed us, people. The whole system, all of them. There is no standout. Don't give me, well, this person and that person and this person.
Well, you do got to acknowledge the people that's on the front
I
line.
don't give a fuck. And don't bring up Obama because you let this dude in. You and Hillary let this dude in. I'm not going to give you shiny what you did when now we're in a country where there are police with ICE on their back being able to stop us whenever they want and kill us if we don't cooperate. You let this dude in.
Well, the answer ain't going against the people that's on our side. I don't think that's the answer.
This is the thing. Malcolm just told you. Nobody is on our side. They play the same political game.
No, Jasmine Crockett, she's out there. She's on our side.
She's out there as she asked for more money.
Well, she need money to fight against the status quo.
Dude, we don't have time for an election.
But that's where it starts, though, right, Mike?
It doesn't. We've never been here before. We've never been here in our lives before. We've never seen people getting killed by ICE before. And yet we still keep thinking, we got to win this election. That election is not going to happen for the last time, people. And when it doesn't happen, all we're going to do is say, I can't believe the election's not going to happen.
I don't think you gotta have hope. You gotta have hope, Mike. You can't just go with it ain't gonna happen.
No, we can't have hope. We have to have action. We have to have somebody literally bold enough to say, I need 15 million people to be at the Capitol to have this man removed, and we won't leave. They're not going to get him out during votes. The same typical way that we thought has not worked, people. He became the president the second time after bringing an insurrection. He called his folks to attack the Capitol. We are playing this game that we are playing by these constitutional rules that he's breaking every day. Every day. This man is not leaving. And I hate the fact that I am so certain on what I'm saying. I learned when people do something, when the first time they did it, you go like, oh, you'll never do that again. The second time they do it, I learned. That's it. That's what they're going to do. He's got Epstein. The man, they have evidence, and I'll say allegedly for fucking YouTube, of raping a 14-year-old. And y'all still think we're going to play by the rules to get him removed? He's taking a president out of his country. I don't know. I don't know what else. People, our comfort zone is over. Our comfort zone is over. I said, enjoy it.
Good morning, Miss Parker.
What up, Miss Parker?
So I guess you'll be joining within the next couple of minutes, Mike. So you just got to hang in there. I think it'd be big to have her on the show. She's the first woman sheriff in Philly. She ICE is already on her radar because she said don't come to Philly with this foolishness. And I think it'd be interesting to hear what the sheriff Rochelle Bilal, and we talk with her, have some real conversation. Yes, Lady Q. They have the nerve to use this man's murder and manipulate voter information. Yeah. Sure.
Yes, Lady Q. They have the nerve to use this man's murder to get and manipulate voters' information. Yeah, they want to make a bargain. Yeah, we'll take ICE out as long as you get us the voter information and you release your sovereign state title. And they're negotiating, which means this is what they wanted from the door. This is what they wanted from the door. Stephen Miller said they have full immunity. This is what they wanted. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. Mike, you're 100% right. It is time for action. They're not going to do the right thing or a legal way. This is why I kept saying let's set it off, because somebody has to. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable. If you never thought, and hey, I see what people are saying. I get it. White people go handle that. You're not mad enough. I get it. I'm watching. I'm not saying I don't agree with the people on social media. White people, you're not mad enough. They're killing your people in front of you. You're not mad enough. I get it. And I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm just saying I don't know what's going to happen when somebody that I know, or God forbid me, gets scooped up by one of these people.
You at the gas? They be at them gas stations watching, waiting. Well, at least you stay in your car because they pump your gas in Jersey, so you might be all right. You ain't got, unless you get out in your car trying to get an energy drink or a little Black and Mild or something. Like, hey, Miguel, excuse me, my friend, let me holler at you. Then you start
Talk
running.
to me with an accent. You got the accent. Yep, the first time is to test the waters, the reaction. The second time, it's full steam ahead. So let me ask, this is what when people would criticize Black and brown people for when they were outraged, they burned shit up. And you feel the desperation now, right?
The rioters.
You feel the desperation now, right?
Looters.
Let me see if I can get this clip. Because I've been up all night, y'all. I've been up all night. Listening to this water flood and the fucking...
Oh, so you've been consumed in all these clips.
Yeah, I've been consumed with listening to I can hear the water. I can hear the water flooding into the cross space. Like, it'd be one thing if I couldn't hear the shit. I can actually hear the shit.
Yeah, they was talking about pipes bursting and all that. It's the coldest. Yeah, team with that. Temperatures ain't going up above freezing, so we're gonna be stuck with this snow for at least a week, wherever y'all at. If y'all got it, Jersey, Philly, Georgia.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this.
But send it to me. That's dope, Deanna. Her grandmother, the first Black sheriff in Burlington County.
So we can change the title and say interview. We can change the title, say interview with Rochelle Bilal.
Yeah, once she click on, I'll make sure that, because my sister's been harassing her all morning to click the link.
All right. So to your family, Jay, Jeanette, to your entire family, my prayers go out. I know you had a loss and you had a funeral, and I saw Ashabu was there, and it made me laugh to see that Ashabu was there and had get a little dance on. So definitely prayers go out to your entire family, because that's always tough when anybody passes away, but when somebody beloved in the family passes away, who affects everybody.
Everybody. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, Asha came through.
Yeah, I saw you getting your dance on, Asha.
Yeah, Asha, I didn't know she could dance like that. I just, at the repass, I was like, oh, Asha, she still got it.
Asha was out in them streets at one time. The gospel, the scripture streets, but they were still streets. The Sunday streets, the knowing the word streets.
Yeah. I said, oh, she know all the dances. I felt like I thought she was gonna start doing the Philly challenge. I was like, oh, she about to.
She's been in all. I mean, it might be Bible study streets. It might have been communion once a month streets. But she was in there.
Yeah.
Craig, a plumber that can come over, or do you know somebody who can vacuum out?
Mike's pipes burst. Pause.
So I got a flood in the crawl space.
They told you what to do. Put the heaters on. You don't listen to preparation guys when the winter storm was coming. That's partly part of your problem too. You thought it ain't gonna happen to me. They gave you stuff that you should be doing and looking forward to make sure that it was okay. Leaving your water running because some people pipes froze overnight.
The water was running.
You had to have the heater going where your pipes are at. Just a little heat going. Just put a little space heater or something in there to keep.
But you can't put a space heater in the crawl space. Yeah, I literally got a dip in the backyard. I had to go under with a hoodie on as the thing is spraying water on me, and I turned the valve off. And I was like, I hope I'm doing this right. Well, the township dude came and he said, now, Jay, when this is going on, it's 8:00. I have to make this phone call in 5 minutes because I already have somebody coming, but I got to call the township.
Well, we can bring her in. So
give her the official intro.
She's the first woman elected as sheriff in Philadelphia County. One of the most recognized law enforcement leaders in the city's history, might add. That's what they're telling me. She's also an Army vet. She's a former police officer for like 27 years. And she's my aunt. So let's bring her on in. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Rochelle Bilal. Let's make some noise. Make some noise. Can we turn your phone to the side? Can we turn so we can get the full view? You got the vertical, the horizontal?
I think you got my head because you got me early in the morning.
Can you turn your phone to the side so I can get the long view? You got it on auto rotate? There you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes.
All right. First of all, thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you. I didn't know you and Jay were family, and I want to apologize for every time he's bothered you to get out of a ticket.
My sister bothered her more. Rochelle, my sister.
Yeah, but she actually talks. I'm sure the only time when you see Jay's number pop on your phone, you already know when he wants something. You already know he wants something. Yeah. He ain't calling. So I want to apologize.
Look, that's family. That's what family does.
That's what family does. But Jay don't even start off. He don't even like, how's your day? How's everything going? He's like, yeah. So about this badge. So about this badge.
I need a badge. I need a new badge. I need a. No, but this is a serious thing going on, Mike. So we figured it'd be good to have her on. It'd be good.
All right. So we've seen the tragedy. We've seen the gang. We've seen the terrorists. These are my words. Once again, on you. These are my words. These are not Rochelle's words. These are Michael Sean's words. We see the regime sending a terrorist group out and killing people in our faces, and then going on in front of cameras and making the actual victims, labeling them and shaming them and saying they were the instigator. We had the ICE chief. I just played a clip where he was being interviewed on CNN, and he was at the CNN host said, it seems like you're a victim. You're blaming this on the victims. And he said, no, the victims are the ICE patrollers, the border patrol. He said this verbatim. I just played it. Number one, we all hear the word out. I'm in South Jersey. I've seen ICE. We've taken pictures of ICE, and ICE is in Philadelphia. What are the plans to deal with ICE? What are the plans of Philadelphia to deal with this regime that's coming in, that's in already?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, and my my family. I think the mayor has a strategy, and we're going to back up whatever strategy he has. But what I'm saying as a law enforcement professional, those type of action that these present ICE people are doing is not what law enforcement professionals do. Now, we work with ICE. They get a warrant and people get arrested. No different than anybody else that commits a crime. They get a warrant, they get arrested. What we're seeing today is thuggery and bullying. That's what we see today, and I'll say it. That's exactly what we see. You're in neighborhoods, you're dragging people out of their cars, you're standing in front of cars, you're shooting in vehicles. And this latest person, as I see it frame by frame, they murdered him. And they're going to tell me, oh, wait till the investigation. That's telling us again, don't believe your lying eyes. This stuff that's happening is not normal. Law enforcement professionals don't act like this. This is not what we do. You are eroding the trust of what we've been doing for decades. We have changed, people are more community involved, and now you do this. This hurts America. This hurts individuals. This hurts cities. This hurts communities. And I, as a law enforcement professional, is not one of those that's going to stand by and say nothing. Just not happening.
So you've seen the murders that have taken place.
Yes.
The police were not allowed to go to the crime scene in either situation. Witnesses are fearing for their life. They've already made one witness of the ICU nurse who was killed. She made a statement that she's not going home because she's been told that ICE is has been around her house.
Wow.
God forbid, and I say because it's likely, but I'm saying God forbid, and I pray that this doesn't. God forbid this takes place in Philadelphia and somebody is murdered. I don't know what happens. What does the police chief do? Is anybody arrested, or does it just go on where they're able to keep your police department out of the crime scene?
I'm not going to project that because the police department and the sheriff's office is two separate entities. So I'm not even going to project that happening here in Philly. I'm just not. I'm not even going to put that into existence because what we try to do every day is to keep people safe in our communities. And that's against any thuggery or bullying, anyone. So we'll do what is necessary, and whatever strategy that goes on in this city on a collective way, then we will deal with that. I'm just saying to people, keep yourself safe. Don't let these people pull you in to the smoke. And when I say you don't want that smoke, the smoke is committing a crime, getting charged, getting arrested, and going to jail. That's the essence of the smoke. So don't let them pull you into the smoke to try to arrest you, claiming, because you know they lie. You know they lie. So they'll claim you did something. It won't be the truth, but now you got to go through the process because of their lies. You know they lie. I just saw the Border Patrol person in a affidavit basically say on national TV, lie. They showed him in a video tackling a guy down on the ground. And they said, is this you? He said, no. His picture right there. They said, did you tackle this guy? He said, no. His picture's right there. They lie.
They lie. For us, my first experience was around the corner from where, and I live in the suburbs, and ICE was there. What do we do if ICE approaches you and comes to your car? Like, what do we do? I don't know. It's the first time I don't know what to do.
If anybody comes to your car and they're not identifying who they are, don't pull down your window. Make sure they're not in your view of your vehicle, and try to get away from that. Nobody comes up to your car. No professional will come to your car and pull on your door. You want to know why? Because they don't know what's behind that door. So they don't put themselves in jeopardy. They don't put themselves in harm's way. That's not what law enforcement professionals do. Like I said, law enforcement professionals don't stand in front of a car that engine is running. Because why? They don't want to put themselves in harm's way because you could take off and kill them. So they don't do that. So these thugs and bullies that is running up to your car, trying to stand in front of your vehicle, you got to do the best that you can to get away from that situation. Don't aim at them because you see what they do. But if they run up to your door and they on the side and you ain't did nothing, get out of their way. Just get out of their way.
But they're saying you're supposed to comply. You're supposed to do exactly what they tell you to do.
Comply to what? You driving down the street. You on your way home. They run up to your door and they telling you, open your door, open your door. You don't know who these people are. Do you know they have people that are masquerading as ICE agents out there now? So at this point, you don't know who's coming up to your door. So I say keep yourself safe. If you can identify that as a law enforcement person, I don't think the ones that are on the streets now doing this are professionals. I think they got minimum training, which they are not trained to do all the things that professional law enforcement officers do, because we get a lot of training and 47 days is not enough. You got to be able to keep yourself safe. If they're coming to you calm, then you stay calm. You got to keep yourself safe. Do what's safe for you.
I guess as a former Philadelphia police officer, the training that you noticed that you were trained, like what's different than you noticed from their tactics? Are any glaring differences that you noticing?
The one thing we don't, I'm saying, we professional law enforcement officers don't go pulling on your door. They don't go screaming out, calling you all kinds of names. They don't drag you by your hair down the street. They don't stand on the side, or they don't stand in front of a vehicle with the engine running or that is moving. They don't shoot into a moving vehicle. The reason why is because the devastation that can happen if they miss. You shoot into a moving vehicle, the bullet could go through that vehicle into a house across the street, an innocent person standing in there, they can get killed. You grabbing on the door of a vehicle that's moving, not knowing what's on the other side of that can injure you. You could get hurt. You put your arm into a moving vehicle, you could get dragged. These are the things that we are trained not to do because we keep ourselves safe, more so than anything. What they're doing is thugs and bullies.
So what do you say to people that say just keep your birth certificate on you and just show them, and then it'll make it go by faster? What do you say to those people that say that?
See, now that's putting us in a different situation. That's putting us in a state of fear. That's putting us in a state. Because now they're stopping you because of how you look. So all of us I could look Cuban. I could look Jamaican. I can look Somalian. I can look anyway, and I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm not carrying my birth certificate around with me because I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm going to stand on the ground, and that's who I am. But if you want to keep yourself safe, I'd say keep some kind of documentation with you. So when they come up to you with the craziness, here's my paperwork, minimize anything, and go on about your life. These are the battles that you have to fight so that you can win the war. That's what we're doing now. We're minimizing the battles so we can win the war, so you can go home safe, so you can go home alive. It's almost like what we did as national Black police officers. We came up with what to do when stopped by police because we needed to train our communities on what to do when stopped by police because we had some police out there that was crazed and deranged. And so we was telling them what they needed to do so they don't get caught and dragged into anything that can cost them their lives. So the same thing is happening nationally. We're going to develop this, what to do when you are stopped by ICE. We're putting that pamphlet together so we can give it out to our communities.
Good. Good, because I thought about that. Because if they stop Michael Sean being a Puerto Rican, like, should he call 911 or could he say, "Hold up, let me call 911"? Can the local police stop ICE in those moments? Who has more jurisdiction?
Well, you would say federal has more jurisdictions, but I think locally they could diffuse the issue because they're trained in de-escalation. These we see now are not. So get the help that you can get. Professional law enforcement people are trained in de-escalating, not agitating and causing havoc or chaos. So that might help because they may come on the scene to help de-escalate the situation and not promote them to cause other harm to other people.
All right, if you got any questions for the sheriff, Rochelle Bilal, please put them in the comments. So you said y'all forming a pamphlet. I think I like that. So it's a pamphlet to tell you exactly what to do if stopped by ICE or approached by ICE. Talk a little bit more about that and what's that platform?
So we're putting a pamphlet together right along with our district attorneys who are going to help us, the DAs and lawyers, so that, and those that are out there dealing with ICE, so that they can have that in their hand and they can read it and know what to do in situations like that. Because most people don't know. They see one hand they can do something and the other hand they can't. So that should be a pamphlet that we are putting together so that we could give it out. And once we get completed, it'll be up on our websites. It'll be out in our community events so people would know exactly what to do. So because they don't know. And they're trying to put people in fear. And what we need to do is keep everybody safe. And I mean everybody.
What's the website? What's the website they should go to?
PhillySheriff.com. Once we complete it, we'll upload it to our website. PhillySheriff.com is our website.
Got it. PhillySheriff.com. All right. Fam should share the show. All right. What else we want to get out there? Because I know we wanted to really have you on. We wanted to hit on all these topics that we hit on. It's just a lot of people are frustrated and scared when you have your administration telling you not to believe your lying eyes. It's like, so we're just frustrated and don't know what to do. And I guess by having you on, we wanted you to help, I guess, calm us, because Mike is saying don't. We got to march down to the Capitol. I'm saying we got to have hope. He's saying don't put hope in some of our other leaders. I'm saying Jasmine Crockett's on the front lines. You're on the front lines. You took a lot of heat for telling ICE to don't come to Philly with that foolishness. So it's like, what is the message that we want to give to everyone watching?
And I took a lot of heat and I got a lot of love. See, this is what they don't see. That everybody around the country that said somebody said something, basically said yes. It had to be said. Now, a lot of people may not agree, but it needed to be said. I have a district attorney in this city that is courageous enough to say that if you come to Philly and commit a crime, he will arrest you. And I think a lot of district attorneys or ADs around the country will start picking it up. If you notice, you now have different chiefs of police now saying something about this conduct.
Yeah.
Before they wasn't saying nothing. Now everybody's like, oh, this conduct is unacceptable. One chief is saying something now because they stopping his cops. They stopping his police officers. They stopping them. They stopping anybody. This can happen to anybody. And because you are a law enforcement professional, you are not exempt from their bullying tactics and thuggish behavior. You are not exempt. And so, yes, you need to be able to stand up and say what you need to say. Law enforcement professionals need to stand up and say this conduct is not normal. And it's not correct. This is what we don't do. We are not trained to act like bullies and thugs. We are not. And when they put out that I'm an elected official, I am. I'm an elected official. I'm running for my seat. I'm saying to you, if you want to help me, go to RochelleBilal.com. That's me. That's me because I'm an elected official. And I need your help because, they coming after me and I'm going to stand 10 toes down on what I believe is right.
RochelleBilal.com. Let me pull this website up right now so everybody can go and make sure we support. Yeah, because when you're elected official, they can't just put you out. The people voted you in.
That's correct. I'm the people's sheriff.
Bilal.com. Got to make sure we all get behind you and support, because you're out on the front lines. Because I guess being on the front lines, when you don't feel the love, that's a problem. So that's good to know that you are getting a lot of love. You're right, because what I see in the media is them trying to portray you as not getting love. So the love is there. People are supporting you. Here's a website, people, RochelleBilal.com. You got PhillySheriff.com. You can join. You can get behind, help out in the community. All our people from Philly, even the South Jersey people can show love and support, right? They can come on out and show love.
That's correct.
All right. Okay, you got your picture out there. All right. Got your hair done. You got a nice photo. The people's sheriff. I love it, because I always wondered the difference between the sheriff's office and the police chief. Like the police, like people are always confused about the differences. So the sheriff team more handles what? Like, break that down.
See, Philly is unique because we are a city and county at the same time. The police department are the ones that patrol the streets. They have the majority of the people. They do the investigation. The sheriffs is like the arm of the courts. We secure the courts. We serve all the warrants that come from the court. We deal with a lot of the civil issues that happen in the city. So the sheriff office acts at the arm of the court. But we have K9 bike unit. We also have a warrant unit that works 24 hours, 7 days a week out there serving the warrants on those that we have legally issued by a judge. That's what I'm saying. When they're legally issued by a judge, that's what we take over, and we serve those warrants that come from the courts, all of them. And we deal with a lot of the civil issues. And so we work together with our partners. We work together with the Philly Police Department, DEA, FBI. We've always worked together. We work with immigration, but immigration that do it right. We never had this problem. They get a warrant, they give it to us in a matter of time, and we basically work with them on those things. We work together with immigration, but the ones that do it right with an actual warrant.
So that means a lot of the child support stuff. You said civil. I think of child support. So you enforce those laws too, right? If someone is behind on child support. Can she hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I was saying, so you deal with a lot of the child support cases then, those enforcements.
Yes, but you notice what I haven't done when I've been in there? I don't march men up and down with a camera, because you don't know what the circumstances are behind that, getting back on your child support. So they get a letter, come in, make an agreement, and nobody's videotaping them. Nobody's marching them out in the street saying these are deadbeat dads and you don't know those circumstances. We don't do that. We don't do that to our men. They'll get caught up on however they need to do. But one thing we don't do is embarrass, intimidate people to that degree. We let them do it with dignity. And that's what we're supposed to do.
I love that. Deani's asking, were you ever recruited by ICE? Do they ever like recruit you or your team? And do you know anyone that was recruited to work for them?
That's really funny, because we have a deputy who was one of our deputies that he resigned and went to the police department, but he couldn't make it there. So he came back, and then he got following the money. He now joined the ICE people. And he's feeling really bad about it, because they are grabbing his people.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit. No, we're losing her.
They're taking the money.
You broke up a little bit.
All right, I got you back.
Yeah. So you saying, so they started grabbing his people?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Pick back up from there.
They if you when you get that 50,000, they're chasing them. He's a good guy, but now you're chasing money. You couldn't make it through the police department. You come back to the sheriff's office, and now you're chasing the money that way. I don't know where he's going to end up at, but he's out there. He basically grabbing his own people, and that's a shame.
Yeah, that is a shame. All right, people. So we're gonna go to Rochelle Bilal's website. We're gonna support. We're gonna do whatever. So what is it? Donations you ever need? Like, how does that go? Because sometimes when we hear donations and give, we think,
Yes.
here we go. So, but is that really what helps you, I guess, drive your?
Well, if you're elected official, that's right. If you're elected official, you got to stay in the. And so when you run, you had that money to run with. So as an elected official, that's what we do. To stay in the fight. Help me stay in the fight, because I'm gonna stay here. 10 toes down. If you support me, I will stay here because I'm working for the people.
I told Mike, they said, well, Jasmine Crockett, she's asking for money. I said, but she need money to be in the fight. We gotta have the.
That's right.
Yes. So I know I'm not bugging with that. All right. So Rochelle Bilal's website, people. Let's show some love. Even if y'all live in Jersey, show love. Philly and Jersey, y'all know we cross the street, cross the bridge, we the same. So RochelleBilal.com. She's a Philadelphia elected sheriff. She's out there on the front lines, repping and fighting for us, fighting heavy, fighting the status quo, fighting everything. And we need to continue to support her. And I'm looking forward to those pamphlets, though, because a lot of people don't know what to do if ICE pull up on you. We don't know, should we? Because I saw a clip where a lady had a DoorDash. They ran in a house and he like, let her in. They wanted to come in a house to get the person. She was a regular DoorDash person. They said, should I open the door for them? Should I push the lady back out? And they saying, well, we're going to bust the door down. It's a lot. And people are nervous. People are scared. So I think that pamphlet that your guys are working on, I think that'll be really good and really helpful.
And keep your videos going. Keep your videos going. Keep your videos going. Get all the cameras you need. Keep your videos going, because this shows it in real time. This shows everything in real time. Keep your videos going.
Why don't they have to have cameras though? Like cops have to have body cams. Why doesn't ICE have to? Why? How can they get away with not showing their face? Like, I'm still confused over that. But why no body cams?
They should have them. If you're talking about you're doing the right thing, you should have them. If you're talking about doing your job as an upstanding citizen, then you don't need a mask. The reason why they don't have them, so they can continue to do these lies. But everybody else got cameras, so they can't get away with the lie.
And then the whole covering of the face, it just all seems wrong. It just don't feel right. Nothing feels right. But like I said, we got to fight the good fight. We got to help change the way it is, and just not give up. Because a lot of people saying, hey, I'm giving up. I'm not going to be out there. We got to support each other. Because we got to support
each other, and you got to vote. You got to vote. I know people believe not voting, but in this day and time, you got to change who is in charge. You got to vote. You got to vote. You got to vote like your life depends on it. You got to vote. You got to change what's going on in our country. You got to vote.
Yeah, and that was part of the problem. A lot of people say, I don't like the candidate, so I'm not voting. I don't like this person, so I'm not voting. But yeah, now you see what not voting is just like voting for the wrong person. It's all the same.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or they drunk the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Now you see the Kool-Aid was wrong.
Yeah. Facts on facts. So now I appreciate you for joining us. The Philly Sheriff, my auntie Rochelle Bilal. Philly, stand up. She out here repping for us. She's in these streets. She's getting love as well as the little hate that comes. Hey, if you ain't getting a little hate, you ain't doing something right. That's how I look at that too. You gotta get a little hate. Some people gotta hate you a little bit. But yeah, she's out here. Anything else you want us to leave us with? Just Rochelle Bilal, right? We just gonna support you on the website.
Thank you. And I just say, keep yourself safe out there, people. Stay vigilant, get your cameras going, and support your neighbors. I mean, if you got a little tick with somebody on the block, end it. Because right now, everybody needs to work together.
Well, I don't know about that, because when I shovel and I put my chair out there, y'all say we can't have chairs.
You ain't supposed to have your chair out there. That's against the law. But wait a minute. But the block need to understand. The thing is, if you shovel your car out, they don't come back and just park in your spot. Nor do they friends should park in your spot. Be supportive of what goes on your block. I got a block captain here. She don't let nothing happen. And everybody works together. So if I shovel out, when I come back, my space is still there. If somebody car is in there, they looking out the window, they like, all right, you got to go move your car because they back. So we work together here. So if you work together, it works.
All right. I appreciate you again. Enjoy the rest of your morning. I'm sure we're going to have you back on. You're a friend to the show now. We got to make sure we have you back. I'm sure there's always something in this administration. There's always something going on. So I thank you for waking up with us on this snow day. Thank you so much.
No problem. Y'all have a good day.
Enjoy yours. All right, that was good. Mike left me by myself, but that was good. That was good. Y'all got your questions in. What was Cypher saying? Nobody's disrespectful to the public. Yeah, so ICE is real, people. I'm looking for when we get that Panther, and I want to make sure I get that out to you. Cypher, your officer, Cypher, you went 17, 18 years being a Philly cop. So I know you know what she's talking about. But we need your help. If ICE pull over, can I call Cypher to say, help me? Cypher, they out here. They're at my local gas station. They're harassing people. What do we do? And I like all the advice that she had. So we're going to make sure we support our website. Donate, even if it's $5, people. Put something up on there to show some love. She's on the front lines, and we have to support our leaders that are on the front lines. We always acting like we're going to do something, but we really ain't getting out in them streets. We have somebody that's out in the streets repping, so we got to get behind her. We have to support. She's already out there, so let's support her. So RochelleBilal.com. Y'all see a picture. Y'all see the melanin. Y'all see out there. Y'all see her. All right, Cypher. Somebody click the link to have some fun before we end the night. Before we end today, I don't know with Mike coming back. He had the flood. His pipes froze up, so he's frustrated. So Mike is handling the pipe situation in his crib. Anyone remember the Red Dog in Atlanta ICE? They got the right pigmentation. All right. No chairs, no cones, etc. Cypher, you know he a Philly cop, so you got to make sure y'all know about them cones. You shovel yourself out, like she said, know your community. Y'all should rock with each other to know I shoveled all this out. Let me get my spot back when I get back. But yeah, no cones out there, no chairs. That's always what I did. I put the 2 chairs out there and let somebody touch, and then that's how fight start. And then now you're getting locked up over a freaking parking spot. It ain't worth it. Thank you so much for sharing information, Sheriff Bilal. May God continue to bless and protect you. Yes, we have to keep her protected. And even though Mike's talking about, we always want money, the politicians, and they need money to be on the front lines because we ain't out there. So somebody got to do it, right? So let's put some money up, show some love a little bit. Every little bit helps. All right, they missing the cops with Cypher. All right, y'all. So we're gonna end the day. We'll be back tomorrow. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. We appreciate everyone joining and hanging out with us. Hopefully tomorrow Mike will have his pipes fixed. And that's it. See y'all later.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.